Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining. Today we're going to do full body sculpt. I have a lot of props, but just remember everything is optional. If you don't have it, totally fine. Instead of a block, you could use a book or 2 books or nothing at all. Band, no band, just find that resistance coming in and out. And I have some lighter weights because we're going to be getting in the shoulders, but if you don't have weights, just grab some cans. We're doing things, getting in those smaller muscle groups. So when you're ready, come to your extended child's pose, reaching your hands out. Keep those hips about, those knees about hip width or maybe a little bit wider. Settle those hips back towards your heels and just find that reach with your fingers, maybe tenting them up. Bringing that forehead down to the mat. Take a deep belly breath, inhale. Exhale, let everything go. Few breaths here. Start to kind of set that intention for your class, what you want out of today. And remember to always move in a way that feels good to you. It should feel challenging, but we never want to hurt ourselves. So just modify where you need it. Listen to your body. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale out your mouth. Let it all go. When you're ready, if it's in your practice, you can come into their Ujjayi breath. Slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. Bringing that tongue to the roof of your mouth, finding a little restriction in your throat, building up that heat. When you're ready, you're going to inhale up. We're going to keep those hip wide. You're going to take that pelvic tuck in and then bring those shoulders over your wrists and then just take a push up, bringing those elbows in tight. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Keep that core nice and strong. Exhale back. So just finding a little bit of movement in our hips, warming up that core, our shoulders. 2 more here. 1 more here. Go ahead and inhale, rise up. Bring those knees right under those hips, shoulders over your wrists. Spread those hands wide. Nice strong core. And then when you're ready, you're going to move in and out of some cat-cows here. Inhale into your cow. Chest comes forward. Hips come up high. Exhale, pushing those hands around that spine, tuck that chin. And then move with these in a way that feels good. You can always add on what you need. Take a couple hip circles, head circles, whatever feels good. Just warming our body up, loosening up our spine, starting to engage some of these muscles so that they're ready to move with us when it's time. Find some movement that feels good. This is a great time to kind of make it your own practice. Feeling your body out. And then we're going to take 1 more breath here. And then when you're ready, you're going to come back to that nice, strong tabletop, nice long line from your tailbone to the crown of your head. And then we're going to tuck our toes, and you're just going to come to a hover here. So get those knees right under your hips. Keep that nice long line, so keep gazing forward. We're going to hover, and then we're going to tap for 10, 9. That lower pelvis is nice and tucked. 6, 5, ignore the badly shaved dog behind you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push into your downward facing dog. So nice, strong arms. Let that head and neck hang. Maybe hang out from one side to the next, walking your dog out as much as you need. Hanging out on one side and then switching over to the other. Let that head and neck really hang down with gravity. And then when you're ready, start to find a little stillness in your heels. So exhale, let those shoulder blades sink in towards each other, chest down to the ground. And then we're gonna come to a turbocharged dog. So deep bend your knee, exhale, inhale, come into your plank. So again, wrists under shoulders, grab that mat with those wide hands. Exhale, inhale, turbocharge, back in those heels, glutes come towards heel, come all the way towards that plank. Keep your gaze forward and down. Inhale, exhale. You'll feel this warming up your quads real quickly. We're here for 4, 3, 2, good job, 1. You're gonna come forward. We're gonna either stay here on this plank or you can drop to your knees, elbows in tight again. We're gonna come to our push-ups. 10, 9, keep those elbows in tight, it's more of a tricep. 7, 6, 5, grip with those fingers. 4, keep that chest forward, gaze forward. 3, 2, 1, tuck your toes if your knees are down. Push into that downward facing dog. Deep inhale, exhale. Inhale that right leg up. We're gonna come all the way knee to nose, round that spine, tuck that chin. Inhale, kick back. And then this time we're gonna step all the way through for a low lunge. When you're ready, you're just gonna sink into this cow lunge. So those hip flexors, let them come down towards the mat, chest up. Little baby arch to the back as you gaze forward. Inhale, exhale, step that back foot in, standing cat lunge. So right hip pulls back, feel that stretch all the way from the heels to that glute. Let that head and neck round forward. Spine round forward. Exhale, inhale, step back. Exhale, cat. Good job. Step back. We're gonna drop this back knee, come into your crescent lunge, sink into it. Maybe cactus your elbows if it's in your practice. Exhale. Inhale, we're gonna come into a half split. So flex that foot, bring that right hip back. Should feel pretty good. You can use blocks to your side if you want. Let's do one more here. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades if you can. And then lean and fly. This time bring those pinkies together, chest forward. Go ahead and bring these hands to the inside of your feet. Tuck that back toe, get this right foot a little wider, and then we're gonna go active runner's lunge. So roll onto those pinky toes if you can on the right side, and then come back to center. Weight comes to that right foot, step all the way forward. We're gonna come into our Malasana squat. So bring the tailbone down, chest up, deep inhale. Pelvis up and in, exhale. We're gonna plant our hands, bring your feet wide, heels out. Go ahead and hang here for a second. You bring your hands under your feet, or you can just bring them down to the mat or wherever they wanna be. And then gently release, heel toe those feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up slowly, strong through those feet, those legs. Inhale, reach, exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach, exhale, into your forward fold. Everything hangs down. Inhale, halfway lift, nice strong back. Plant your hands, step back into your plank. This time we're gonna go into our turbocharge, come forward, and then push up. Turbocharge, forward, push up. 3, not quite as long, elbows in tight, keep that chest forward. 2, keep breathing, exhale. 1, and then we're gonna push into that downward facing dog. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Left leg comes up high, knee to nose, tuck that chin. Inhale, kick high. Exhale, knee to nose, step through for that low lunge. And then we're gonna sink into this cow lunge here. So chest forward, tuck those fingers, get those hip flexors. Inhale, exhale. Take an inhale. And then step this back leg in for your standing cat lunge. So that left hip pulls back, head and neck and back round forward. Inhale, step back, chest forward, cow lunge. Exhale, cat. Good job. Step back. In that low lunge, drop that back knee, and then when you're ready, you're gonna come up. Inhale into your crescent. Exhale, cactus if you can. Feel stable. Inhale, reach. Exhale into that half split. Flex that foot, let that head and neck come forward and down to the mat. Slowly roll forward, come back in your crescent cactus. And then lean and fly this time, pinkies come together. And then go ahead and step a little bit wider, tuck that back toe, rolling onto the pinky side of that left foot if that feels okay to you in this active runner's lunge. Inhale, exhale, plant this foot, keep it wide when you can. Step wide, sink into your malasana here. Tailbone down, head up, inhale. Pelvis comes up and in. Exhale, this time we're gonna come halfway up. So keep that nice long spine, your gaze is gonna be forward and down. And then come down, hovering that hip, inhale up. So really find active feet, active glutes, which should be no problem. And then we're just kind of gently pushing on those inner thighs. Just 2 more here. 1 more. Come up, slowly push those heels out. We're gonna leave our right hand planted. We're gonna inhale our left hand. And then when you're ready, switch it out. And then we're gonna heel toe those feet together. Close, exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up this time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, we're gonna come into a squat. So you can start in a chair if that feels right to you, but you can also get a little wider since we're gonna bring our weights into this. And for now, we're just gonna come into a squat, squeeze it up. Come back down, squeeze it up. So find your range. You wanna make sure that you're using your whole foot, but that weight starts back in your heels and keep that chest up, squeezing these triceps together. Take a time here, finding those. And then we're coming up like 98% of the way. So you're still squeezing your glutes at the top, but you're kind of keeping a little tiny baby hinge to those hips. That way we're keeping that, not taking it out of the glutes, we're keeping that tension. We're here for 5, 4, 3, squeeze those shoulder blades together, those triceps. 2, 1, come down, we're gonna pulse. So stay here, activating those legs. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come all the way up. This time you can come onto the balls of your feet if you feel like you're up for it. I think you are, but you gotta feel it out in your body. So try it out. Just coming on those tippy toes, squeezing everything we were squeezing before, just on the balls of our feet. We're here for 6, 5, 4, doing great, 3, 2, take your time, 1. This time we're gonna come back down to a pulse. If you want it, you can come on the balls of your feet. Ooh, yeah. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, just bring it into the quads a little more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come up. We're gonna grab our weights. So whatever version, I'm gonna go heavier at first. You're gonna have time to come back into it. When you're ready, you're gonna come down into your plank. Make sure those shoulders are over, wrists are strong. Pushing through those feet and the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, take a deep inhale. Exhale, turbocharge. Come up, push up. So if you want to drop to your knees, it's just gonna look like this. And then you're gonna come right back into that turbocharge for your push up, knees, back. But you can feel it out. We're gonna keep adding to this, so maybe try to feel what it feels like on your knees, just so you know if you need it, you can come do it. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and either drop to your knees or stay on your toes if you want it. Push up. 10, 9, keep that nice strong core, gaze forward and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, turbocharge. And then you're gonna hop forward and you're gonna bring your weights up with you. So heel toe until you're in that same squat that you were. This time you can bring the weights to your shoulders if you want, and then, or down by your side, feel it out. Just kind of squeeze those shoulder blades a little bit, find that core, and however it feels good to do that for you. So come into these squats. Keep pushing those heels, you got this. Lower ribs in, brace at your core. We're here for 5, 4, 3, you got this. 2, 1, go all the way down. We're gonna pulse. So take a moment, find that bottom range for yourself without losing that nice strong core. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come up, and then we're gonna just step back our left foot, so you guys can see me, coming into a high lunge. So get that knee over that ankle, and then when you're ready, shoulders roll back a little bit, come into your lunges. So strong line from that back left foot as you push through it. Most of the movement is coming from that left knee bending, and really anchor that front right. Kind of pull that hip back if you're not feeling that in your glute yet, and you will, that right hip, and you will definitely start to feel a little more glute engagement. Keep breathing. So we're kind of getting our balance here, and then once you hug those inner thighs together, adjust yourself. I need to do that too. We're gonna come to the bottom of this, and we're just gonna pulse out, and then bring it in, and then cross the other way back up. This time you're keeping that nice deep bend, pulse out, cross, cross, back up. Deep bend, out, sorry guys, pulse, pulse, one more. Deep bend, out, pulse, pulse. Go ahead and plant that back foot like you're in those warrior 2 legs, and then bring everything to the side. So all 10 toes are coming out, and then we're gonna just come side to side. So let that weight come down, and then switch sides. Nothing too crazy yet, but we want to find that weight back in our heels, that chest stays up. Pushing through these side lunges, finding those inner thigh engagement. Trust me, they're warmed up, but we're getting in there a little deeper now. So keep awareness into your arms as well. They are working, they're not just flopping side to side. We're resisting on the way down. Resisting up, good job. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're gonna bring these heels in, weights together, come all the way up, bring those hands behind your head, and then find a deep lunge in your squat here. So kind of goddess legs, toes come out, heels in, weights, knees are tracking out. And then as we come up, we're gonna hit those weights together gently, come up. So bring that lower rib cage in, tuck it in, make sure your back feels supported. This is a great place for lighter weights. If you feel like it's bothering your back, or maybe not at all, just find that resistance. Keep coming low. We're here for 5, 4, solid core, 3, check your knees, adjust yourself, 2, you need 2, 1, come all the way down. Your palms are gonna face you, and we're gonna do back to our side to side. So when we're doing that, we're gonna bring those heels out. This time you're gonna bring that up and up, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Feeling them. Keep going side to side here. Ooh. Working with you. It's not easy, I know. It's not really supposed to be. We're here for 3, 2, good job, 1. Come back to center, and then we're gonna walk our body towards that front, so we're back in this high lunge, but you can plant your foot down more like a warrior 1 if you want, or you can leave your back heel up. Feel it out for yourself. And then I'm just gonna take these weights, right hips pulled back, knees straight. If it feels better, you can get a little micro bend. We're just gonna come over that foot, squeeze it up. Squeeze it up, good job. So back, right hamstring and glute really engaged, but you're really also getting into that back. Keep breathing here. Ooh, we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come up. Plant those weights. Step that foot back. This time we're going to come into climbers. So let's start out slow. Knee to elbows. Get in a good plank first, then walk it out. Keep breathing. Kind of find this climber crunch here in those side bodies of side to front obliques. They do come in pretty close right into the center there. And then when you're ready, you're going to switch opposite knee to elbow. Just walk it out right now, or maybe you're starting to run. Feel it out. Have another chance here. We're here for 10, 9, keep that chest forward, keep that gaze forward. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to your plank, turbocharge. This time you're gonna come forward. If you want to come down on your knees, you can. Push up, and then we're gonna row, row. So try to keep your body as stable as possible, and then you're gonna turbocharge, come up, and then push up. Maybe you're not doing your knees, and that's what it looks like. Just keep nice and stable. Turbocharge, forward, push up, row, row. Turbocharge, push up, row, row. We got one more. Turbocharge, push up, row, row. Turbocharge everything. Hop forward, bring it up, bring your weights with you. Walk those feet in a little bit. So you're in that squat. Again, you can bring the weights to your shoulders or bring them down to your side. Come in for that squat. Check your squat. This might be your time where you just think it's time to let go, but it's not. Gotta keep holding on. So again, coming up most of the way, but just leave that little bit of hinge. That core's wrapped in, strong. Feet are gripping the mat. Active lower body situation here for sure. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bottom of the squat, and 1. Come low and pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6. Maybe play with your range. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Grab your weights. Step that right foot back. Coming in to this lunge. So we're gonna get back down in there. Straighten that back leg. Adjust yourself. Remember, pulling that left hip back this time. That's gonna get in that glute a little more if you're not feeling it on the left side. Whew. Find your breath here. Shoulders back on your body. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're gonna bring that knee to the bottom of this lunge. Hold it, elbows come in tight. Push in, cross, cross, out, in, cross, cross, out, in, cross, cross. We got 2 more. Out, bring those lower ribs in. I know, keep saying it, but gotta keep checking. Out, cross, and then straighten that back foot, plant that back toe, so you're in that warrior two leg, and then everything's gonna come to the side of your mat. And then when you're ready, we're just gonna do our sides to sides. So sit in that deep side lunge. You can adjust yourself, and again, those weights, I'll come this way, you can see me, are just coming back to your hip, down on the opposite side. So find those outer toes and then press in the rest of your feet. You wanna make sure you're not collapsing in. Chest stays up. We're gonna mix it up a little bit here because we can. And if you wanna get a lighter weight, again, that might be the space to do it. We're gonna be here for 4. Keep driving through that deep bent knee. 3. Exhale on the way up. 1. Go ahead and come up. I'm gonna switch to a lighter weight because we're gonna keep adding on here. But when you're ready, we're gonna come heels in, find the bottom, bring those weights up, and then push through those feet back down. So knees tracking out towards the toes. Don't hesitate to adjust yourself. Maybe you're in a wider stance, maybe it's more narrow. The main thing we want to feel is that those feet again are not collapsing in. We're able to tuck that rib cage in, so stay strong in that core. And then those knees are tracking out. A lot of control on the way down, squeezing those shoulder blades together. We're here for 4. Keep those legs engaged. 3, 2, 1. Come up, and then we're gonna kick our heels out, and we're gonna come to some lateral raises. So your feet are now pointed to the front of the mat. We're not coming up any higher than about shoulder width with our arms, or at least we're trying. The longer you keep your arms, the more tension it's gonna keep in there. If you have a heavier weight, just keep a nice bend and come up with a nice 90-degree. I'm feeling nice and toasty in my arms. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come all the way up 90 degrees. This time we're gonna bring those heels in. You're gonna come in for that squat. You're gonna press up, down, press up, down, press up. Don't worry, it's change, but since we're using both feet and legs equally, it all balances out. And we'll finish with our side-to-side lunges. We're gonna get one more in between there. Don't worry, you got this. Keep those lower ribs in, keep that chin off the chest. Keep pushing through those feet. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, I know, 2, 1. Come all the way up, and then bring your elbows back out after a breath. And then this time, again, push those heels out. So we're bringing these right in front of us and up, front, up. Tuck that core in. We're not here for too much longer. Maybe you want to drop your weights, but don't lose your form. We're here for 5, 4, 3, strong rests, 2, 1. Woo! I know, seriously. And then we're gonna bring the heads of the weights together, finish off with our sides to sides. So bring it up, bring it down. Keep that chest up, get that weight all the way over in the bent knee, and find that length on that inner abductor, inner thigh. Bring that up, keep it close to your body, up to that chin if you can, or close to it. Keep running with your side to sides. Ooh. We're gonna be here for 5. I'm gonna switch sides so I'm on the right side when we go. 4, You stay where you are. 3, 2, 1. Walk your left foot forward. I'm gonna go back to my heavier weights because that's what I had last time. Step this back foot in just as like a prop. I have it in like a more warrior 1, and then straight left leg, pull that left hip back. Nice strong back. Come up and down. Squeezing that back left glute and hamstring. We're here for 6, 5, good job. 4, 3, 2, doing great. 1, come up, and then we're gonna plant those weights, step back, and then when you're ready, you're coming into your climbers. This time, you're gonna run it if you can. If not, just stay with the walking. That's fine too. Just find that nice, straight, long line, and then bring those knees in. Ooh. Keep those shoulders over the wrists. Keep going, you got it here. We're here for 5, crossing our bodies in 4, 3, 2, so knee to opposite, elbow here, go. Keep running, or keep walking. Just keep moving. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Downward facing dog. Inhale, going straight into that turbocharge. Come forward, push up, row, row. Turbocharge, push up, row, row. Good job. Turbocharge, push up, row, row. 2 more. Turbocharge, push up, row, row. Try to keep that body solid. Turbocharge, push up, row, row. Turbocharge, hop forward. Woo. Come up, maybe grab a sip of water, maybe towel off. I wish I had brought my towel with me. And then, excuse me, take a deep breath. This time you're gonna grab your band if you have it. If not, again, no problem. Get that up wherever it feels good. Just make sure it's above your knees, below your hips. The higher up you have it, the less pressure it puts on you. So feel it out. You can always adjust it as we move. And then when you're ready, you're gonna grab our weights carefully. And then we're gonna come into that squat again. So this time on our squat, gonna get those arms in there because you know we gotta do that. Excuse me. So come back into that squat. And then when you're ready, take a curl in. And then we're gonna press back and curl. So start to work it up. Curl, we're gonna come up again, 98 degrees or 98% curl. Press back in those triceps. There's not a swinging, even though it seems like, well, you could easily start just swinging back and forth, but we wanna find the resistance. Take the time to make class really count today. And when we're done, leaving it all on the mat. So you feel like you did your best. And every day's best is different, that is for sure. So find what you need. Keep moving, keep pushing yourself. Or maybe today is not the day to push too hard, but feel it out. Keep moving. And we're gonna keep that resistance in both directions. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to the bottom of this, and then we're gonna come into our hammers. So we're just gonna hold, we're gonna come into that hammer, bring that little tricep push, it's not quite as extended, and then you can kind of pulse or just hold your low squat here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got this. We're gonna step back this left foot. Keep your band if you can, or if you don't have it, just find a little bit of resistance. And then this time we're gonna come down to that squat. You're gonna take a curl, tap that toe, press up into those shoulders. Your shoulders are ready. Sorry, let's see. They're primed. Push up, stay light on that back foot. Come to that hover, tap that toe, press up. You got this. Again, keep those lower ribs in. We're here for 5. It's not as long on this side, I promise. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back, that leg. All 10 toes are coming to the side of the mat. You're gonna bring those weights to your shoulders this time. Just gonna come back into those side to sides. So this time you have that band if you have one, but we're really bringing that focus into driving up through that foot, keeping that core in, just up as you move from side to side. You're doing great. We're not here for too much longer. We're gonna switch to the other side. So 5, 4, 3, good job. 2, 1. Make that toe on the right side come to the front of the mat, step that back foot in, bring those weights together, and then we're just gonna come into these dead leg lifts on one side. So right hip pulls back, straighten that leg, keep that nice strong chest. We're here for 5, 4, you got this, 3, 2, 1. Weights come down, step that foot back, and then when you're ready, we're gonna go straighten those climbers. Everything's a little bit shorter. Give it your all. We're really wrapping it up here, I promise. But you're doing amazing. Stay strong, keep those wrists strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, side to side, other sides. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into your plank. Turbocharge, plank, row, row, oop, push up, don't forget. Turbocharge, push up, row, row. We got 3 more, you have it. Turbocharge, push up, row, row. Turbocharge, push up, row, row. Turbocharge, push up, row, row. Deep bend your knees, hop forward, bring your weights up, come into your squats. This time we're gonna straighten to our hammers. So we're gonna get the hammer, press back. Woo. Press back. So resist in the triceps. Here for a little bit, and then we're gonna add on here just for 5. So come to your shoulders, press up. 5, back in the triceps. 4, 3, lower ribs in. 2, 1. Come up, and then when you're ready, you're gonna step back your right foot, coming into high lunge, left hip pulls back. Come in first to that hover, and then when you're ready, palms out, and we're just gonna tap and then press to your shoulders. So if you don't want to take the spin, that's okay. You're gonna keep in your hammers. Press up, tap, press up, tap, press up. So you have an option here to come to your sides and just come into a shoulder press or raise instead of a press, sorry. Lateral raises. We're just gonna do 2 more here. 1, and then when you're ready, you're just gonna step right back to that, where your 2 legs, and then everything's gonna come to your side. Bring the weights to your shoulders, side to side. So hips back, heel toe those feet out, keep that chest up, core in, strong. We're here for 6. You're doing great, we're almost coming down to the mat. 4. If your band is bothering you, can always use it. Put that back on later. 2, 1. Frame that left foot, walk that foot in just a little bit, pull that left hip back, come in to those dead leg lifts. So left heel, left hip pulls back, nice strong back. Don't compromise to rush through it. Keep that good form. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step that foot in, and then when you're ready, we're gonna slowly come down. So you're gonna come back in your squat. We're almost down the mat. And we're just gonna come out and in. One last little squat burn here. So find your range. Toes come forward, toes come out. You can also bring the weights to your shoulders again. Just make sure that that's not too much on your lower back. As if it is, you can just lose the weights and just put your hands on your hips. One last little quad burn here. We're here for 10, 9, you're doing great. 7, 6, keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Go ahead and carefully lose those weights. Come down to your mat. If you have a block here, you can use it. If you don't, that's okay too. I'm gonna keep my band for now because we're gonna go back and forth, but everything's optional. I'm gonna grab weights, and then we're gonna slowly grip those heels towards your glutes. Find your whole spine. At first, let's just bring the weights to our hips if that feels okay to you. And squeezing that block, we're gonna come up and back down, up and down. Long neck, your chin should be kind of tucked towards your chest. And then once you get the hang of this, you have the option. You can either stay here, or you can bring your elbows straight out and you can come for a chest press here. I know this class is spicy, but like I said, just give it your all, and whatever that means to you today. Exhale on the way up. We're here for 5, 4. You can always go to a lighter weight if that feels safer to you. 3, 2, glutes at the top of this. 1, and then we're gonna hold those glutes up. You're gonna bring it out for a fly, butterfly press, and back. So keep that tension in your glutes if you can. Pushing through those heels. Keep exhaling on the way up. Inhale out. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna bring these elbows together, straight out, and then these weights are gonna come up over your head. You're gonna keep this at a pulse this time, or stagnant, whatever you're feeling. So it's just a 90-degree bend to your triceps pushing up. They're really hugged in, elbows towards each other, pressing. So here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're gonna bring those hips down. Carefully drop your weights, lose that block. And then when you're ready, we're gonna come back up. So you have the option of just skipping the weights, or just, I'm gonna drop to 1. And then we're gonna come up, press your band out or find resistance, back in, and then everything in a tiny ball. Come up to a bridge, press out, back, tiny ball. Press up, out, cannonball, up, out, cannonball. We're here for 3, 2, out, 1. I know it's okay to kind of mess up, but then go back to what you can find. And then you're gonna bring your spine down, and we're just gonna come into our cannonballs. So flex your feet. Everything's a small ball, everything out. You can lose that weight again. Any point. We're here for 5. Bring your hands behind your head, maybe 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lose the weight. And we're gonna come into our yogi bicycles. So you can keep your legs nice and long. You can bend your knees as much as you need. Feel it out. I want you to keep moving, whatever version it is, to be safe. Feel like it's really getting in that core. Keep those elbows wide. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring your knees right over your hips. Make sure that lower pelvis back is pressed down the mat. Bring your right hand on top of your right thigh. Keep that form. And then we're gonna extend our left and crunch it in for 10, 9. If you want to bring your hand behind your head, you can. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side, left hand comes up, right hand in, and foot extend. Whew. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Plant your feet. Go side to side, windshield wipering. Undo your band. Oh man, I'm feeling that. You did a great job. Let your back shake out here for a moment, and then go ahead and bring your knees in. Maybe make a little circle. That sacrum, you're gonna hold on to your right knee and extend your left leg. Take a couple ankle rolls. Your ankles did a lot of work too. And then we're gonna guide up that left leg, cross over for a figure 4. Place your hand on your thigh, flex that foot. Maybe find some movement if that feels good. And then this whole shape's gonna come in. Keep your head and neck down, and then grab your shin or your hamstring. Take a breath. Gently release, unwind yourself, and then we're gonna hold on to that right knee still and cross over for a serpentine twist. So right knee comes on your left side, your right arm, hand tees out from your shoulder, gaze over to your right, deep inhale, exhale. One more breath, inhale, exhale, slowly come back in, grab both knees. This time you're gonna hold on to your left, extend your right. Take a couple ankle rolls here. And then when you're ready, guide that right foot up, come into that figure 4. Find space in this inner thigh, flex that foot, and then when you're ready, if you want it, you can hug that shin or hamstring in. Again, keep that head and neck down. We're gonna let go. Just let it get in that deeper glute squat or stretch. No more squats, I promise. At least for right now. And then go ahead and slowly unwind yourself. Hold on to that left knee. Cross it over to your right side and tee out that left hand looking towards it. Inhale. Ooh, I feel that. Gently roll back to center. Grab your hamstrings, rock and roll until you can come to a comfortable seated position. Crisscross your feet, nice long spine. Inhale, reach up, nice long back. Exhale, find that hinge, and then just place your hands inside of your legs, your shins, and then reach forward. Gently roll up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, take a little twist over towards your left. Maybe gaze over that other shoulder. Inhale, reach. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Everyone, hands to heart, and thank you for coming to class today. It's hard work. You should be proud of yourself for doing it, and just leave it all on the mat. You've done it. Go about your day. Hopefully it worked for y'all. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.